guys, I'm Miss Deborah and I'm a teacher here at the Hit Music Studio. Today I'd like to share some practice tips with you that you can use on any instrument. You may hear often that in order to master an instrument, you must practice hours and hours on end to reach a certain level. And yes, practice is extremely important and you get out what you put in. But what's more important than the amount of time you practice is the quality of your practice time. With that being said, here are some practice tips that you might find useful. When you're playing a new piece of music or a part of the song for the first time, practice it very slowly. A lot of time people want to play fast because they are familiar with the actual tempo of a song, but that usually creates a lot of mistakes, especially when you're trying an unfamiliar part for the first time. You must be patient. Take it slow and really focus on playing the correct notes. Then gradually pick up the speed and take the song to its normal tempo. Starting at a slower tempo gives you more control and allows you to think ahead. So the next time you're stuck on a tough part or you have a new piece, practice it very slowly and then work your way up to a rockin' pace. Another key point is to devote more attention and time to the difficult parts of your music. At first, we may be overwhelmed with a new piece and don't really know where to start. Some students start from the beginning, get stuck somewhere, and then start over, and end up over-practicing the beginning or the easy parts. A better approach is to identify quickly the hardest part of a song and devote at least twice as much energy and time to that section in order to be able to play it effortlessly. Take it slowly and repeat those challenging parts continuously until you've learned it. Once you can perform it 3 to 5 times in a row without mistakes, move on to the next part of the song. It's hard to focus on the challenging parts because the easy parts are the most fun to play because they come, well, easily. But working the difficult parts is the best way to spend your practice time. It will be even more fun when you're able to play the whole song without mistakes. Now, let's talk about the amount of time that you should practice. The discipline it takes to learn music is comparable to that of an athlete in training. Our body and mind are quicker to adapt to actions that are repeated often. Many students don't practice at all because they feel they need to practice an hour or more every day, and it can feel so overwhelming. Instead, choose an amount of time that is manageable for you. Even as short as 10 minutes a day of quality practice time will produce results. It's better to practice 4 or 5 times a week for a short amount of time than an hour all at once. The last important aspect that we would like to mention is to avoid making the same mistakes over and over as you practice. Our mind saves what we do repeatedly, so if you are making lots of the same mistakes, those wrong notes are sure to end up in your performance. Constant mistakes usually happen from 2 main reasons. You are playing too fast, or you are not focused enough on a manageable section of the song. If you are making a lot of mistakes, always stop and try to figure out why you are not able to play that part without wrong notes. For example, on piano, a great tip is to separate the hands and practice only the right hand at a very slow pace for one section of the song. Once the right hand is clear, you can try to add the left hand at a slow pace. Once both are correct slowly, then speed that section up a little, increasing the speed only if you can play it through at least 3 times with no mistakes. To conclude, we would like to encourage our students to get creative with your practice routine. For example, you can use drum beats instead of a metronome, either from a keyboard that has them, or on YouTube you can find videos that some drummers have shared with just a beat to allow other musicians to practice. Just search 100 beats per minute drum beat. Also, if you're near a computer when you practice, you can change the speed of a YouTube video by selecting the Settings tab and reducing it to 75%. This allows you to hear and practice the song slower without changing the key. You need a computer to do this, not an iPad or phone, but hearing a song slowly can give you a much better understanding of the phrasing and dynamics that musicians use when playing their parts. Learning to play better is a lifelong journey. Every musician that is serious knows that we all have things we are good at and areas we can improve. The best musicians out there are great at welcoming challenges that make them work on their weaknesses. It is okay to have areas you need to work on. The best musicians are willing to try new things, fail at them, and work those areas until mastered. Learning should be a journey, not a destination. Thanks for watching, and we truly hope this video can make your practice routine more efficient. See you soon.